bio for?
For the internet.
Thanks, Greg, for inviting me to the Blackberried reading, which I just a couple of moments ago finally got.
Oh, what do you mean?
So, in the spirit of Greg and the vampire that he's created, I'm going to read all new things, which means it's all really raw. I'm going to just disclaim that because Greg doesn't read anything twice, to my knowledge. Everything is written for occasions. That being said, they're kind of all over the place. Desinfinado means the nervous of saying I love you to someone for the first time, afraid your voice might crack and be off key. It's daytime in the summer. You are outside surrounded by sun. The light makes you a little less nervous. I love you means wake up and wake others up who may still be sleeping. The only reason to sweat through sheets last night was because of the heat. There's no reason to stay in them. If you have to pee, go pee. If you have to end the relationship, end it. If it seems salvageable and that's something you'd like to explore, you might suggest couples counseling. If he's resistant, you might whisper, you might never hear me whisper your name again. When you've had enough and decide it's time to back up, make reasonable decisions. Scrap the save the dates, back up the data, save yourself. The last thing you want is another ugly crash. You've just become too old for that. Age is not just a way of saying goodbye. It can also be a chainmail bodysuit behind which no sunlight reaches and no one can hear you greet them. Keep away from this device. You'll always be too young for that. This is a slightly longer piece, and it's a found piece and reappropriated piece from Carson McCullers' Member of the Wedding, which I read recently and liked a lot. But it was no harder than the Caught and Loose. 1. F jerked open the drawer of the table and fumbled inside for the butcher knife she did not need, but wanted in her hand to wave about as she hurried around. Things will happen so fast, we won't realize one after another, so don't notice, and we'll walk up to people and know them. Right away we will be walking down a dark road, see a lighthouse knock on the door, strangers will rush to meet us and say come in, and we will be members of the whole world. 2. Hold still and lay down that knife, and quieted the rat behind the wall. B had a strong long right arm, and when F passed running round the kitchen table, this arm reached out, snatched her so caught with a jerk, made her bones crack and teeth rattle. Fevering, F pulled one of B's plates to saw it off. 3. Set in a minute. So F put the knife on the table, settled back her face against B's neck, both salty, sour, sharp. But when F steadied her toes on the floor, her legs did not tremble anymore. F felt B's soft, big, wide, solid. Her breath slowed, the two close as one. B's stiffened hands clasped around F's chest. I have a vague idea what you were driving at. 4. All of us somehow caught born, this way or that. Don't know why I born F, you B, and maybe we want to widen and bust free, but me is me, and you is you. We each one caught ourself. That what you were trying to say? I feel like I wish I could tear down the town, wide and free. I believe you were saying, yet might use the word loose instead of caught, though opposite. Water drops slowly in the kitchen sink, the rat knocking behind the wall. You walk around, see the people, they look loose. You don't see what joins them, where they came from going, all those soldiers born to die. Loose and caught, at the same time caught and loose, we know then beyond that. 5. F stretched out. F, you've got on B's lap the sharpest set, legs sprawled out, of human bones beneath the kitchen table I've ever felt. I never did say what I was talking about, but there's this, here we are, very minute, talking, the minute passing, will never again, in the world, gone, gone. The kitchen dark, silent, close, sudden, for different reasons. They began to cry, then stopped as they had begun. The unaccustomed sound again quieted the rat behind the wall. This is the newest of the new. Dear Free, I took some of your favorite first names, sugar, lactose, gluten, and used them to beat my mother in a game of Scrabble. I also need them to finish tiling my bathroom floor. I'll send you some more. Thanks for letting me crash at your pad. Thanks for the towel, the pizza, the air. Sorry for keeping you up all night with the lights on. I forgot how much the dark frightens me, but I knew there was a reason I couldn't stay at my parents' house. They don't believe in electricity. It's been hard for me to open up to people where I now live. They think it's weird that I've never fired a gun. You asked about the weather, this music, the attic. You tried. But once your therapist tells you you're his favorite patient, didn't you lose respect for the process too? I really put my foot in my mouth last night, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called walking halfway across Naples to add one brushstroke to a fresco a form of baggage. I'm sorry I said your job was like sowing salt into the ground. Sorry I called you a plow. My mouth has been filled with this acerbic spit for a while. Sorry you were there when it decided to come out. I just want you to know how much our friendship means to me. Someone once likened love to how you treat your feet. Sometimes you're skipping through a pasture, other times you're stepping. One minute you're having them rub, the next you're popping a blister. I don't mean to treat you like something filled with pus, but the truth is I've always been jealous of you. With your straight teeth and rosy cheeks, your keen intellect and hunting skills, when the apocalypse comes, not only will you survive, but you'll manage to find the most beautiful woman still alive. You'll have a happy home despite. Please find a quiet spot for my grave. Not too much shade. I left your key with the neighbors. I told them to take whatever they wanted. Sorry about that too. Sincerely, bound. One more. Anxiety performance. 1. I've always loved undressing a crowd. With my game show eyes, I contact the masses like we were all raucous at a beer garden, clinking glasses to avoid 10 years of bad sex. Even with my pants down, it's easy to make accidents laugh with dancing words and innuendos. That's how I've always played the act. Take a loose script, put a mesh fence up around it, create the illusion of something breathable. 2. When we are just us together, just here, this us, my tongue can tend to become sometimes perhaps indecisive because I taste it as myself. I early reveal the back of my mask and you feel what my face feels unscripted. It's possibly intimidating without all those accidents waiting. No typewritten safety net here where I started instead calling them mistakes. You may be wondering if I have a twin. No, they're both me. 2 only children. 3. That's why once we've caught each other in the no going back light of eye contact, once we've decided, okay, we've decided, and the game is a show gone, and I'd never ask you to be quiet, we move in, make the wordless choice clearer than closing eyes, and I could touch your face to mine, skin, skin, brush my wrist behind your, leave my lips barely there, breathe. The closer we are, the harder to see, and you've maybe dimmed the lights because you might have sensed my nervous turned relief. 4. I ask you nicely not to every time. Wait a while. Can't we, an extra hour of alchemy, simmer in the warm our bodies and the sometimes alcohol produce, loosen up before a little more? The reason I'm so in love with lingerie, that last frontier of intimate. Keep your shirt on. What's the rush to rush? Once we down in 5. But you want to lose the skirt, loosen the belt, and dive right under or above the covers. The hot of the hump quickly becomes a grind. The bumping of Ugly's creaking bed, your eyes roll back tightened in their angry sockets, angry where you are obia and moan, conjurer of contact, the beast seeking only friction toward the moment you go somewhere further, faster, beyond thought and partner. In the heat, I see the whites of your no eyes and return to the discomfort of an unscript, as if a crowd was watching me undress, and expectations about how a man is supposed to last all night in pre-release. I do, I'm done. Spent. Your eyes roll home. I ask. Yes. Your answer, deadpan. I didn't know what your body wanted.